For you.
With thousands and thousands of lakes, rivers, and beaches spanning the entire state, Florida is an amazing place to have fun on the water.
But between the cost of buying a boat or jet ski on top of insurance, maintenance, gas, and everything else, it can get expensive.
And one way people get around this is renting. But now 3 words in a new Florida law have the power to shut down that entire industry.
Tonight, ABC Action News reporter Wendy Lane explains the issue, speaks with businesses about how they're feeling, and shows us ways the state is working to find at least a temporary fix.
Jet skis are one of many watercrafts that Doug Byrd rents out at Bada Bing Water Sports in downtown St. Pete.
Tourism is water.
But he says a new Florida law that goes into effect in January could cripple Florida's entire boat rental industry.
I don't even think they understand the magnitude of what it is they're trying to do.
He's referring to the Boater Safety Act. Its intentions are to make boating and jet skiing safer. The massive bill forces boat rental companies to carry insurance on their vessels and the renter. 3 little words that most insurance companies say creates too much risk and they refuse to cover.
And now they basically want to put us all out of business.
I spoke to Peggy Matthews with the American Watercraft Association. She lobbies for boaters in Florida.
3 words that could shut down the entire industry in Florida. How on earth does that happen?
It was one of those things. Unintended consequences happen all the time in legislation. It is not a unique occurrence, and then you just fix it the next session.
Matthews says lawmakers are on board with changing the language of the bill next session, but it likely won't take effect until early summer.
Beyond frustrated, nervous. I mean, what do I tell my employees if they start to enforce this and now the FWC decides to enforce? People are going to be not going out on jet skis, not going out on the water. It's the end of our water industry.
Right now, FWC says they're taking an educational approach to enforcement for the first 6 months of 2023 until legislators are able to fix the language of the bill. In the meantime, they're issuing a marine enforcement alert to bridge the gap for insurance companies.
Right now, it is up to FWC to get that language finalized and to make it strong enough that gives the insurance companies confidence that they can continue to write coverage for the boat rental companies until then.
In St. Pete, Wendy Lane, ABC Action News.
So this new rule is just another change this year when it comes to boating in Florida. You may remember actually back in July, Ethan's Law took effect on July 4th. It requires all boats that are 26 feet and smaller to have a kill switch. It needs to be attached to a lanyard that must be worn by the person operating the boat at all times. This law is named for a 10-year-old boy from Sarasota who was killed in a sailing accident. His instructor fell overboard from the motorized boat and accidentally hit the throttle. Ethan was hit and killed by the unmanned boat. And another recent rule change also happened earlier this year. It requires all boaters within 300 feet of a law enforcement boat with lights or sirens activated to slow to minimum wake speed. This is similar to the move over law that's in effect when you're on the road. Jameson.